This is a letter to the person who did everything right and still feels stuck. You went to school, you worked hard, you followed the playbook, more school, more hours, more sacrifice, and now the life you worked so hard to build feels more like a prison than freedom. I wrote this letter because I've been there. For years, I felt like I had to keep my dreams a secret, afraid that wanting something different meant I was wasting my degree or that I'd disappoint the people closest to me. But here's the truth. I had spent most of my life becoming who other people needed me to be. And somewhere along the way, I lost sight of who I already was. And maybe that's you too. So today, I just want to read this letter to you, not as a speech, not as hype. This is a letter to someone who did everything right, but still feels stuck. Dear friend, you did everything you were told. You followed the playbook, more school, work hard, and everything will work out. But with inflation, rising costs, you can barely make ends meet. The life you were working so hard towards starts to feel like a prison. So why do you feel more trapped than ever? I'm writing this because it's hard following a path that other people close to you don't understand. For years, I felt like I needed to keep the fact that I was trying to build my own thing a secret. Was I wasting my degree? Wasn't I supposed to stick in the career I went to school for until I retired? What I didn't realize was that I had spent most of my life becoming who other people needed or expected me to be. I started to lose sight of the gifts I already had and how those could be used to live and give how I wanted to. I honestly believed that I had nothing I was good at beyond what I went to school for. The anxiety, never feeling good enough. Maybe you know this feeling too. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen someone close to you who has gifts, but they just can't see them? That was me. And through my journey, I've discovered that there are two types of people. Type 1 is those who can't see their gift. They think they have nothing valuable beyond what they went to school for. Type 2, those who have so many gifts they're aware of that they don't even know how to pick which one to step into, so they just don't start. If either one is you, listen carefully. We spend so much of our lives being who others expect us to be that we forget who we already are. You in this moment already have everything you need to start. You have the gifts, skills, life experiences, and natural talents that can solve big problems for others and be turned into what we call a moneymaker or an aligned business. You already have it in you, but it doesn't have to feel like a prison. You just don't know where to start. That's where we come in. I think I know what you're going through because I've been there too. You know this cycle, don't you? It goes something like this. You feel trapped. You did everything you were told would lead to success, but you're barely making ends meet. Life keeps getting more expensive while your paycheck stays the same. Number 2, you search for something real. Late nights searching options, but you're tired of empty promises from online gurus. You want something authentic that actually works. Step 3, you overthink everything. What if it's just another scam? What if you waste more time and money? What if you're not cut out for this? Number 4, you retreat to the familiar trap. You go back to your job, your 9 to 5, the 9 to 5 revolving door. At least it's predictable, even if it's slowly crushing your soul. Number 5, you hit your breaking point. I can't do this for the rest of my life. There has to be something that fits me. And the cycle starts again. And here's what really gets me. You've had those moments, haven't you? Usually late at night, or during a walk, when an idea feels like freedom. It makes perfect sense. You can see exactly how it would work. But by morning, you've already convinced yourself it's too basic, it's too simple, it's not enough. I'm so tired of being told what I should do. I followed everyone else's advice, and look where it got me. I want something that actually is mine, that fits who I am. But what if I'm not smart enough? What if I fail and end up feeling worse off? I can't keep living like this, but I don't know how to break free. I know you're tired of the cookie cutter advice that doesn't fit your situation, being told what you should do by other people who don't know your life. You're skeptical because you've been burned before, hype without substance, and I get it. Money and time aren't abstract concepts to you. They're real factors: debt, family responsibilities, health considerations, energy levels. You can't just quit your job and follow your dreams because you live in the real world. The real tension isn't about money or time. It's about authenticity. You don't need hype, you need clarity. Here's how I want to help you. I know the hardest part is starting. That's why I want to be your mirror, helping you unlock who you already are and turn your natural gifts into something that feels right. Step one, where you are now. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just in the wrong system. Here's what we see when you walk through our door. The truth about your situation. You wake up with that familiar knot in your stomach. Your work feels like wearing clothes that don't fit. You also have the ability to solve problems that other people find impossible. People come to you for advice in specific areas, and to you, it's like muscle memory. Your obvious solutions aren't obvious to everyone. Step two, unlock who you already are. Our START workshop is your mirror. We help you uncover the natural gifts and skills you already have, the ones you can't see because they come so easily to you. This is about recognizing the value in who you already are. What you'll discover? Wait, people actually struggle with this? I didn't realize this was a skill. It just comes so naturally to me. The problems you solve without thinking. Your lived experience is your competitive advantage. Simple solutions are often the most valuable. Step three, turn it into an aligned business. We help you connect your natural gifts with real problems people need solved. This isn't about inventing something new. It's about turning who you already are into an aligned business that feels right. The clarity you get. Exactly who you help and how, why you're uniquely qualified to help them, what your first offer could be, how to talk about what you do, where to find your first clients. Step four, finally get off the fence. The hardest part is starting. We help you cross the finish line from think about it to I started. No more paralysis, no more endless planning, just clear steps and the support to take them. The identity shift from I need to figure this all out to I can learn as I go. From I'm not ready to I'm ready enough. From what if I fail to what if I succeed? From someday to starting now. From stuck to starter. Here are your three options, especially when it comes to wanting to earn more money. There's really three. Number one, I get another job. Getting another job is adding more jobs to what you're already doing. Work more places, use more of your physical energy and time to make money. Most people resort to what's familiar: multiple jobs, side gigs, more hours. It works short term, but long term it works against you. Option two, templated income path. Copy someone else's business model or follow a proven system. Use their template, their approach, their way of doing things. Might work for a while, but it won't feel like you. That's a lot of what you probably see on social media. Like, you should do it like this. Here's the best way to become wealthy. Here's the best way to get out of debt. They're showing you a templated path. It just may not feel like yours. That's why most people struggle with a path that does work. It just might not feel aligned with you. Option three, unlock who you already are. Turn your natural gifts and experiences into an aligned business. This is what we help you do at Revenue AI. We are your mirror. Your natural gifts plus your skills plus your experience equals your aligned business. We help you see what's already there and turn it into something that feels right. Your natural gifts, things that come so naturally to you that you can't even see their value. Others struggle with what feels obvious to you. Your skills, knowledge you've built through work, education, and life, expertise you've developed over time. Your experience, challenges you've overcome and lessons you've learned, your unique perspective and lived experience, your aligned business. We help you connect those pieces to real problems. You get a business that feels right because it's built from who you already are. What changes? You go from stuck to moving. You stop feeling trapped by the system and start building something that actually fits who you are. You go from doubting to doing. Instead of wondering what if, you have a clear direction and you're taking steps towards it. You go from overwhelmed to clear. No more endless options or confusing advice. You know what you're building and why it makes sense for you. From alone to connected. You're part of a community of people who chose to build something different, something that fits them. And if this letter felt like looking in a mirror, and you're tired of sitting on the fence, you're ready to start now. You're ready to uncover who you already are, your natural gifts, your skills, your experience, and learn exactly how to turn that into something that feels right. You're tired of waiting. You're ready to start. Let's start now. The hardest part is starting. And my hope in the last few moments that you start to realize that you already have everything you need. The person who God has already designed you to be, the experiences, the hard moments, the easy moments, the things you've gone through, the lived experience, they've positioned you perfectly to serve other people in a way that other people can't compare with. And a lot of us forget that. We literally spend so much of our lives becoming who other people tell us to become that we silence who we are more and more. I'll leave you with this. It's one of the most eye-opening quotes I've ever read by Les Brown, and it's, "The graveyard is the richest place on earth because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take that first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream." So my desire as you listen to this video is that you'll start stepping into who you already are. And hopefully this is a reminder, a mirror, that despite what school tells you, what other people close to you tell you, you already have everything you need. There are things you have in your tool belt right now that can solve problems for other people right now. Problems so big that they would happily pay you for it. Right? That's how we started our first business. I was in my last year of my doctorate program in physical therapy school, and I was frustrated by a lot of things. The debt to income ratio, a lot of the people that I was seeing when I was doing my clinical rotations were unhappy with their careers for financial reasons and just feeling stuck and trapped. And the guilt of, well, you went to this profession, you got to stick with it. It's what you went to school for. It's what you sacrificed for. You have to stick with it for your whole career, right? And wanting to do careers that maybe looked status-wise like a successful on paper career. And in truth, the career I was getting into was amazing for someone that felt aligned with it. And I realized I wasn't as aligned with it as I thought. I was in it for the wrong reasons. And financially, it definitely was not it, right? We were starting off, I think right out of school, you were making at the time, maybe $70,000 to $75,000 a year right out of school for a profession that you're investing $150,000 to $200,000 into. And depending on where you live, you already know how life is, right? Inflation goes up. And so I had to learn how to start something. I hired someone during my last year of grad school, and he helped me understand what I just shared with you. He said, no, like, you already have a set of gifts. And I didn't think I had anything. I was a student. And as a student, I was like, there's no way. How am I going to start a business as a student? I don't have a degree. I don't have a license. And he helped me understand that the only thing you need to focus on is taking what you already have and finding a problem that you can solve with it, a problem so big and so important and so key that other people that have that problem would pay you to help them solve it. And that opened up everything. That led to our first business. Now we've had multiple since then. And that first business did very, very, very well. It was the thing that allowed me to retire from practicing as a licensed professional. And so today I am on a mission to help as many people as possible who are on that same fence, who know that they're designed, that God designed them for something a lot more, who know that they have these gifts and skills and they just don't know how to monetize them, who are tired of being told what they should do or who they should be or what they're limited to, or, well, you can't earn more because that's selfish, or all the different narratives that keep us stuck, and they're sick of it. They just don't know where to start. That's who this video is for. And hopefully this gave you a massive light bulb moment. Hopefully this felt like it gave you life. If this gave you life, then you're exactly who this was meant for. And if you know someone else that needs this, share it with them as well. Have a blessed one. Much love. We'll talk soon. Bye.